What's up, guys? Zach Hoereth here. We are back looking at some real estate today, specifically an apartment building that I have under contract right now. So direct to seller on this one. It's 8 units. They're all 2-bedroom, 1-baths, and there's a good opportunity to add some value here. So the rents are under market. It's a really good looking building, built in the late 70s, I think 1979. A couple ways to add some value. This particular property I put under contract, and I decided, hey, this one's a little bit too small for me. So I called one of my buddies who's a client, and he's gonna be buying it. So pretty excited to watch him get in here and add some value going into these units. You know, fixing them up a little bit, bumping the rents, reducing some of the expenses, putting some more sophisticated management in place. So overall, it's a super good looking building. We'll get some footage of it, but this one should close mid next week. I'm excited. It's my buddy's, his name is Zach too, his first multifamily property, so I'm sure he'll be excited to watch this. And I think later on too, we might try to do some sort of collab and do a little bit of a case study on this thing and watch it from start to finish. So let's check it out, and we'll get back on the road here. So we got 4 units here, right? Almost kind of like a garden style apartment you might hear sometimes, but I love the brick build on these things. It's super easy to take care of. You know, you're not having to go and replace siding. You can paint this. You know, you have vinyl windows. It's super easy to work on. This one happens to be 2 levels, right? So you have 2 units on the bottom, and you have 2 units on top. And in the middle, there's common area for laundry, coin laundry. For those of you that are looking to get into multifamily, or sorry, it's a little muddy, or thinking about, hey, how can I get into my first property? Getting properties that are super easy to work, I shouldn't say super easy, but easier to work on, that are maybe 1 or 2 levels, bricks, you know, you might hear like a brick skin or a brick wrap. That's what they mean when it's a brick exterior. So on this one, that's just the case. Another thing you want to take a look out for, or you should be looking for when you're buying these things, is separate electric meters, separate really utility meters across the board. So you have 4 meters here, and then on this side down here where we get closer, there's going to be 5 meters. So you'll have 8 meters in total for each unit itself, and then typically you're going to have like a common area meter for, you know, common area lights or something like that. So overall, not a bad situation here. I mean, I can tell when I look at the, you know, the AC units, that there's a couple that have been replaced, a couple that are older. So when I'm underwriting, I want to make sure that really I have money put back, and that's all been put into the equation in terms of, you know, when do I need to go and deploy that kind of money when one of these things goes out. Same thing for furnaces, same thing for water heaters. Most of the windows in this building aren't bad on the first level. On the second level, they're aluminum, they're not vinyl. So we're gonna have to replace those, right? So those are things that I try to share with the people that I work with, especially some of my closer clients, that, hey, look, I want them to underwrite a deal just like I would. Same thing with the landscaping, right? We saw on one of the other videos we did, like landscaping is something that you can do very cheap, but it makes a big impact on the property. It's what you would call your curb appeal, right? So when you have people, whether you're selling a house, you're renting a property, you want to make sure that people are attracted to the property and you have really good curb appeal. So in this case, my client may end up ripping out all this, you know, the overgrown bushes and whatnot, and he might paint the place, put some kind of lipstick on it to make it a little more attractive, right? So those are just some kind of quick tips that you should be looking out for, or things to keep in mind when you're buying multifamily, because it can make your property worth a lot more. So we are heading back home. We're gonna be, I don't know if you're gonna go on this, but we're gonna be looking at some different ways to go look at deals that doesn't have 4 wheels, but 2 wings, baby. So appreciate you guys watching. As usual, like, subscribe, share if you wanna jump on a call. Love doing that kind of stuff, and see what you guys are up to. But I will see you at the closing table. Until next time.